Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hunter Jordan Stout has us ready to get started. And off we go here at Arrowhead. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. He's going to air one out right away. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Jackson exiting the pocket right. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. On first down, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll find his receiver. That's Jalen Royals.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Mahomes now to throw again. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He keeps it himself. He'll be close to a first down, a little short. That tackle made at the 42. 3rd and a yard. On play action, here's Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Gervon Dexter there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be third down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. To the air one more time with Jackson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Jackson up top again. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. Oh, a loose football. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. So they're going to take over at their own 8-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Room up the sideline to the 20. A huge run from Pacheco. And even 50 yards.
And we've talked about how man coverage can be really good when defending the pass. But, Mike, the flip side of that is it actually can make things a little more challenging trying to defend the run. Those second, third level defenders, they tend to have their back turns to the backfield. So by the time they realize what's happening, he's already on his way downfield.
First down throw, Mahomes, flush to his right. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that will lead to a second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
On second down, Mahomes. Headed left, buying time. Now he takes off. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's got it at about the 8, and he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Now, Jackson. He'll drop this one down to Hill. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Now Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now, this looks like a design run. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off the play fake, Mahomes gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And they're gonna move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Mahomes to Rice for a big play. Now the Chiefs gonna call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here comes second and 4. Now, Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is first and goal.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. to the air once more. It's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Down the left sideline. And he'll take this one in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
On comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A design run here with Jackson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Here's the give to Henry running right.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This is Henry, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Yeah, and this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On play action, here's Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. Ball sitting at the 7, 1st and goal. In motion goes Likely. 1st and goal, and it's Henry. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Second down, Jackson. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10 for Mahomes. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Here in the second half, you find yourself trailing late. Every single possession is critical. You can't waste any of them. But now, after that 3rd down sack, got to imagine a punt is coming. The likelihood of a comeback just continues to go down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Baltimore.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run it to start the drive, and here is Smith. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Third and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down. That is not officially going to end the game, but they're going to be able to take the clock way down after that play.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. In motion, it's Odunze. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Second and 10. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one.